Hello, how are you? My name is Kevin Owens, and this is WWE Tattooed. There's nothing on here. Are you guys gonna CGI this? What's the point of this? I was pretty young when I decided I wanted tattoos, but I didn't want to get any tattoos before I knew for a fact that I was gonna make a living as a wrestler. Because at the time, back when I was young, there was this thing, right? Like, you can't get tattoos all over. It's gonna hinder your chances to get some jobs, this and that. The first tattoo I remember thinking was cool was Shawn Michaels' tattoo. Had the sword with the snake and stuff. I knew very early on that if I had the chance, I'd probably get a lot of tattoos. First tattoo I ever got actually was a K down here. This tiny little K, me and my wife got it at the same time. She got one as well. It was literally just a little thing. We did a month into dating just for fun. Champion. A few years later, I got this tattoo that says live because the E is backwards. Some people say evil. A lot of people get this one and they ask me first if it's okay. And I'm always happy to say, yeah, sure, go ahead. This one resonates with a lot of people. I got this tattoo at the same time as Steve Corino. He has the same one as well. And it's the name of our faction in Ring of Honor, the name of our faction in Ring of Honor. He is my mentor. He brought me to Japan for the first time. We wrestled each other in 2004. He came to Ring of Honor where I was working full time. And immediately, as soon as he showed up, I'm like, he's gotta be with me. My last match in Ring of Honor was against him. Couldn't have been against anybody else. And now he works at the Performance Center. And we don't talk as much as we wish. Just cause of life, we don't see each other as much as we wish cause of life. But there's absolutely a lifelong bond for sure. After that, I got my kids' names and my wife's name tattooed on my wrist. These are my grandfather's initials, Melvin Steen. And that's my grandfather on my mom's side, Pierre Benoit. I would write their initials on my wrist date X when I was wrestling on the independent scene PM. But then when I came to WWE, I wasn't gonna use white wrist tape anymore. But it was very important for me to still have their initials on me with me. So I got them tattooed on my knuckles. Then came all the animals. I think the bull was first. I decided I would get a full sleeve done of just basically animals I love. The animals you see on my arm are the animals that if I go to a zoo or a wildlife park or anything like that, they're the ones that I'll stare at and go back and see like 5 times through the day. Like that's literally, I gotta go see gorillas, gotta go see pandas if there are. They're kind of rare in zoos, but I can stand outside a vulture enclosure and condor and try to look at that thing for an hour just in case he opens his wings. And even my kids will be like, can we go? No, you go. I'm sitting here and same thing. Never had the chance to own one. But yeah, those are just the animals that if you're looking for me at a zoo, check one of those. You'll probably find me there. And then on the other side, for my mom and dad, it represents both of them. So my dad loves playing golf and playing hockey. And my mom, for some reason, loves skulls. She loves skulls. So I had this idea of kind of recreating then the dinosaurs. Before I knew I was going to be a wrestler, the only other job I ever imagined myself having was digging up dinosaur bones. The thing about it is I didn't want a depiction of dinosaurs because we have a pretty good idea what they might have looked like, but we don't know for sure. So I didn't want inaccurate tattoos. So I figured dinosaur fossils, we know what those look like because we have them. We're working on volcanoes and lava and all that stuff. And then this one, it was drawn by my son because I went to a tattoo shop with my wife and she was getting a tattoo. And while I was waiting, I'm like, if I'm just gonna stand here, I'd like to get a tattoo done as well. So I asked my son to basically whip up a dinosaur real quick because I always wanted a tattoo that was designed by him. And eventually my daughter will also, and it's gonna go over here, so I can have a tattoo that was drawn by both my kids. That's a hard one. I think the T-Rex probably gets most of the people talking, but people really just admire them all. Because the artist, his name's Bobby, a really talented guy, he's just very good at it. And I obviously think they're awesome, but people that really are into tattoos or work in that field will tell me like,